Yeah, David, Regina, her allegations are very serious. According to her attorney, they told the Virginian Pilot that she, quote, experienced clumps of hair coming out for weeks. The lawsuit she filed details her visit last year. It's a multi-million-dollar lawsuit, one Virginia woman going up against retailer JCPenney. In federal court documents, Giselle Steinhausen is suing JCPenney Corp. for $4.5 million, alleging that employees at the Chesapeake Square Mall location damaged her hair and scalp. The lawsuit says it happened in August of last year. In the papers, she claims the unidentified employees, quote, improperly used a bleaching agent on her hair, leaving it in for an extended period for time. She goes on to allege that the employees then administered a second hair treatment in an effort to correct the damage. The suit claims the employees didn't know what they were doing, and the company should have known that. 13 News Now reached out to Steinhausen's attorney for comment. His office told us he's not able to comment right now. However, in the court documents filed, JCPenney Corp. denies all the allegations and wrongdoing, asking, quote, the court to enter an order dismissing the plaintiff's case. Now, the plaintiff's attorney, Kevin Sharp in Virginia Beach, wasn't able to comment on camera tonight because he's out of town, but he did say he agreed to do an interview in the near future. Shnu Hurt, 13 News Now.